trained as a clinical health psychologist, but I've been doing cancer prevention and control research since early on in my graduate training. I had a strong interest initially in sports psychology, but that transitioned into an interest in health psychology, and I was given the opportunity to work on an NIMH-funded traineeship with a mentor who worked in cancer prevention control, and that really launched my career and continued my interest in health outcomes. So one of the biggest challenges that I have faced in my career has been the historic lack of research funding dedicated to exploring lung cancer and improving lung cancer outcomes. Our society has typically not valued lung cancer research as consistently it has in other malignancies. And this is born of societal stigmas and biases, and this comes through in terms of allocation of research funding. Now things have started to turn around pretty dramatically, and the last 10 to 15 years have seen dramatic changes in lung cancer outcomes that have changed the landscape to the point where a lot of the latest and greatest activities or interventions or treatments or care outcomes are coming from lung cancer. And this has driven a new layer of investment into lung cancer research, which happens to be my area of interest. Yeah, I've thought about this one, and it's like, make better use of the free time you had to publish when you're an early career investigator. And I know that sounds like an older career investigator saying that, but I used to think that I needed to spend so much time getting things in order, and that later on I'll have time to publish this work, when in reality in my experience, my responsibilities have just continued to grow and grow and grow over time. And now I look back rather fondly on early career as being one of the most relaxed periods of my career and ability to really, deliver on some things. So I kind of wish I'd been more productive very early in my career, knowing that time is such a hard thing to come by at this point. Really a host of parameters that we can use to define success in the career. In cancer prevention control, we have the benefit of being pretty close to some of the outcomes that we're very interested in terms of helping more people, let's say, access evidence-based and policy-supported cancer screening. And we can see that translate into better outcomes. And so while I'm definitely invested in some of the traditional academic parameters, like publications and talks and scholarly and financial support for the research that we're doing in terms of grants and contracts and things of that nature, I have to say that the most rewarding outcomes for me have been seeing cultural level changes or regional changes in the outcomes that I care most about and trying to move in terms of my research. And so getting back to the fundamental question, it's when communities get healthier and we can actually see that and say that we've played a role in that happening, and that's really the most rewarding outcome in my career. So I've always been a sports junkie throughout my life, and two of the areas where I do spend quite a bit of time, not necessarily playing or competing anymore, but I enjoy watching the competitions, and one being football, which is not uncommon here, but the one that's less common is professional cycling. And so I have always been a cyclist and really enjoyed growing up in the area in the era of Greg LeMond winning the first Tour de France as an American, and I enjoy the spirit of the competition, strategy and tactics involved in cycling, that if you don't follow it closely, you don't really get to know it that well. But seeing those athletes compete at the levels that they do and do some of the things that they can do is pretty amazing to me, and I really enjoy that. That enriches me. It's something that I've reflected on a lot, is the focus on being earnest. And I think that has led me to opportunities with regard to community engaged research and taking the input from the community seriously and trying to conduct science not just in a way that serves the community, but works with the community and puts science in the context of how it can really be used to improve outcomes that align with community values and goals and interests. And so earnestness is something that I've tried to instill in my work, not just with communities, but also with colleagues and leadership and the landscape of cancer prevention and control. The Cancer Prevention and Control program has a unique focus and connection with community. We have a substantial component of our research portfolio that is community engaged science that works directly with community organizations or communities in need, or work with entities that share a commitment to trying to reduce the burden of cancer, not just here in Colorado, but using Colorado as a platform to improve health outcomes everywhere, but also to improving quality of life and well-being following a diagnosis. We have a very strong portfolio of research that supports supportive care strategies, in terms of strategies that align with improving people's longevity or helping them live longer, but also helping them live better following a cancer diagnosis. So we're really happy to have that be a big part of our portfolio of what we do in the Cancer Prevention and Control program. So one of the great honors of my career has been the opportunity to co-lead the Cancer Prevention and Control program previously with my colleague, Dr. Raj Agarwal, and now with my colleague, Dr. Stacy Fisher. And, going back to one of the themes that we talked about before, and sort of tried to embody a collaborative leadership style. And I think alongside Dr. Fisher, we kind of encourage our membership to investigating the topics that they are passionate about. And then we work to embody that in our program and to make sure it's well represented and aligned with who we say we are as a program within the University of Colorado Cancer Center.